Hello, hello, hello. So we have a lot to cover in today's video. We have missiles coming to World of Warships. We have new Black Friday ships that were announced, as well as a new Salvage event and a new ribbon. And all of that's going to be discussed in today's video. So let's hop right into that and get this underway. So as you can see here in patch 14.10, which will be in November, the Temporal Rift mode, which is the mode is where the missiles are going to be tested. This is a new PvE game mode with the unique attack and defense gameplay. If you ever heard of Rush, or you know about Rush from like Battlefield, essentially that's what it is. So in the Shatter Time, you are going to be attacking different layers, and you have to capture the points and move in to be able to essentially like make it to the end, and then you'll win. And then in the Rift Watch is where it's reversed, so you have the bases and you're defending it against enemy combatants. Now this is PvE, it's not PvP, so this is a PvE operations mode essentially, and this works very similarly to how the Name of Tomorrow event works, where you progress through the event getting stars and other things, and you're able to get commanders, you're able to get other rewards while going down the event. So you get rewards and such from the event, so like how it always works. The most important thing, which everyone's going to be talking about, focusing on, is going to be the missiles. Now, I will have the dev blog in the description, so if you want to take a look at this dev blog and yourself, you can. But with how the missiles work is that on these event ships you'll be playing, each ship has a limited number of missiles, which replenish upon respawn. Targeting is simple. Designate an area on the map and fire. The missile will handle the rest. As it approaches the target area, the missile scans for enemies. If an enemy is detected, it locks on and homes in automatically. Like torpedoes, missiles are undetected for some time. You'll receive a warning when they are nearby. Using the missile defense system, a manual researchable armament to scan a cone near your ship and reveal undetected missiles. Once detected, the missile is automatically engaged by your ship's defensive systems, similar to an anti-air gun. Alternatively, you can attempt to evade it through, though that will not be easy. So essentially, it makes it where you're able to counter these missiles if you know where the ship is coming from that has them. But if you don't know where the missile is coming from, it's like a meme. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't from subtracting where it is from where it isn't meme. Essentially, if you know where the missile's coming from, you can use this manual defense system, the manual rechargeable armament, to be able to quote unquote shoot down the missiles. But if you don't know where they're coming from, it's going to be a real pain. Now, this is going to be one of the biggest things talked about in World of Warships for some time, because all of us CCs, or a lot of people in general, just been very weary about missiles being added. I'm glad it's being added in a PvE mode. Overall, though, I'm very cautious and worried about them being added. But in a PvE mode where it's more fun, where you get to do an attack and defend mode, where you get rewards, and it's a new kind of operation for PvE, I find that great. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad they're not doing this in a PvP mode. I'm glad they're doing a PvE mode. Makes me a lot easier feeling to have it in PvE mode. You can get a lot of rewards, you can get commanders, which are really nice. So I'm glad with that overall. And if you guys want to read over this more on the specifics of this event, there are two operations that are to be added for this. Shatter Time is when you're attacking, and Rift Watch is when you're defending. And this will be going from 14.10 through 14.11. So from November to December ish. So you can see that, but yeah. So moving on from there, let's talk about the Black Friday event, right? The Black Friday event is going to be starting off the Lucian B, which will be starting in 14.9. That is going to be in October, but the main event for buying the ships will be in 14.10. This is going to be in November, and it continues into update 14.11. So as you can see here, they're adding a few new ships. They're adding the Puerto Rico B, the Rhode Island B, the new Shishimi B, the Carl B, and the Shill B. And you can see the pictures here as well. The Puerto Rico B, that looks pretty damn good. I like that. Rhode Island B, that also looks pretty good. Nushishimi B, it looks nice, but I don't like the ship itself. Carl B, that actually looks super clean. I think that's my favorite. Let me know in the comments which one is your guys' favorite for the Black Friday, but I think this one is pretty good. The Shield B, it looks okay. You also get special flags for each of the ships. Now there are new containers as well. They have the drop rates in here. This is the regular container, 0.4% for ships. If you already own all the ships, you get 2,500 doubloons. For the premium Black Friday container, you see how it looks there. Same ratio if you have all the ships. And these are all the ships that you can get out of the container here. So a 12% rate for the premium containers. All right, so this is how all the ships are going to be available. So there's a special bundle with almost all the new content. The Puerto Rico B, Rhode Island B, Nishimi B, Carl B will be available for real money or doubloons. This is the only way to get the Puerto Rico B. I kind of wish they made it where you could just buy the Puerto Rico B like straight up itself, but unfortunately you have to buy it in the bundle. So I don't like that, but at least it's not gambling, right? So people that already own any of these ships or flags will receive doubloon compensation for the ships or things that you already have. The Rhode Island B, Nishishimi B, Carl Juan B, and some other Black Friday ships will be available in the armory and inside of the Black Friday containers for money or doubloons. So you're able to buy these ships for money or doubloons, which is very important, which means you're able to buy the Rhode Island B for doubloons or money, and the Carl B or some of the newer ones for doubloons or money, which I'm pretty happy about, right? So I'm pretty happy about that. The Shill B will be available exclusively at the end of the sequential doubloon bundle chain. I don't think the Shill B is even worth it, so who cares about that one? To me, the Rhode Island B, the Carl B, and the Puerto Rico are the Carl B, the Rhode Island B are the ones that are probably most likely to be, like, people are going to be going after those. Puerto Rico B as well. I know that every year, people want the Alaska B, the Massachusetts B, the B versions of, like, the most favorite ships, right? And these are only available for money. I'm glad that they talked about this early this year, because last year they didn't tell us about this until right when Black Friday happened, and we were telling people like all year to save your doubloons. Now it's like, okay, well, you can only get these for money, right? You can only get these for money, which is like the most favorites. So I'm glad they told us it's for real money, and that it's easier for us to tell you guys that. For the Smolensk B will be available only for auction. They did this last year for doubloons. They did the same thing here for doubloons as well. Very interesting for them to bring it back, but you know, it's always nice to see a few Smolensk Bs coming around. So it's going to be a very spicy Black Friday event this year. Very, 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 very spicy. I think all the ships look really good for this event. If you guys are looking for ships to spend your doubloons on, that if you got from the event that's going on right now, great. You have tons of new ships you can get. If you want the old OG premiums that you've been wanting, then this is your chance to do that as well. So the Show Me B can be earned through the second progression line of the event pass. Oh, that's pretty nice. And some other will be found in sequential bundles, the event pass, and among rewards of the Black Friday squadron. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot this year for the Black Friday event. There's also this new event called the Black Friday Squadron. So this year introduces the Black Friday Squadron, a visual tracker for pairs of ships you own, the original and the black version. It helps you track which are a traditional Black Friday combat missions with the doubloons, and other rewards for owning a full pair are still eligible to you. And to make it even sweeter, you can get more rewards in the Black Friday Squadron's progress bar. So collecting Black Friday ships fills a progress based on the rarity of the ship you've collected. With 10 milestones, you can get rewards, including Black Friday containers, steel, research bureau, and the monochrome enemy destruction effect. And the ships you own before the event also count towards the progress. Now, this is very important, okay? So they didn't have to make it where, okay, well, if you already have the ships, it's not going to count toward this event, right? So if you already have Black Friday event ships from the past, like say like the really OGs or all like a lot of the other ones, then yeah, you get progress for this event. So you automatically get rewards by simply having the old Black Friday ships, right? So I think that's a really good thing for World of Warships. Big thumbs up there. I know not everybody likes, of course, I don't like the fact that you can only get some of these ships for real money, or that you're only able to get the Puerto Rico B from like the special bundle. Like, yeah, that kind of stinky, but at the same time, there's still things that they're adding in here. So like, hey, if you got Black Friday ships before, you get yourself awards this year by simply just being around, right? So it rewards people for continuously playing over the years and collecting ships over time, right? So definitely a thumbs up to them for giving some rewards to the older, like the older players. It also makes it where for newer players spend money on the game, they also can get rewards as well. So really nice in that regard. I have no idea how much these are going to be. Massachusetts probably around 50 bucks. John Bar is probably around 80 or 90. Sorry, I think it's around 80 or 70. And then same for the Alaska. Sashio's around 50-ish is what they normally do. We'll have to see. Maybe like 45, 40. We'll have to see. If I'm wrong on the price, then so be it. But I'm just doing an estimate on what I think it was last year. But that's the Black Friday event overall. It looks way better than it was last year. I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, they're doing another Swollen's B auction. I think last year, it didn't really go that high last year. I think it went up to like, what was it last year? I think like 30 or 40,000 doubloons. No, it wasn't even that. What was it? Like 20, 25,000-ish. If someone in the comments can let me know what it was like 20 through 25,000 doubloons. It wasn't that much. It was actually really cheap for some reason. I think it's just because everybody didn't want to bet on it because they thought that it was going to be so insanely high. So a lot of people just put in just whatever bid they had for doubloons, and it was actually really low. So very interesting for that one. All right, so moving on from this, we're going to be talking about the assisted in destruction ribbon. So in 14.10, they're adding a new assisted in destruction ribbon to recognize your contribution when someone steals your kill. Oh my God, this is something that happens all the time, literally all the time. And this means that you'll now get base XP for your contribution, like, because you know with the ribbons you get base XPs off of that. So now you get base XP off of assists, which is huge, by the way. Huge. How this works is that you receive the ribbon if you don't deliver the final blow to destroy ship but meet the following requirements. You significantly contribute to the destruction of the ship. Thresholds will be shared later after testing. Your contribution includes one or more of the following: directly dealing damage, providing spotting damage. That right here is huge, by the way. The fact that you get an assisted destruction by spotting, huge thumbs up to a lot of the destroyer players, the CV players, or the sub players that do spotting for their team. Huge that they put this in. So claps to Wargaming on that one. Very happy they did this. Helps out the spotter community, the people that do a lot of spotting, right? It rewards you by, even if you don't do a lot of damage, you get contribution by simply just spotting. If you're not able to do a lot of damage, you can still spot for your team and make the world work. Forcing the enemy to use a damage control party by causing fires, floods, pings, or module damage, followed by a fire or flood damage while the consumable is on cooldown. This is also huge. So say that you hit someone with a cheat. They did a fire. They damage control your fire, and then a torpedo boat hits him with a torp. He floods out and he dies. You get a assisted destruction because of that. You get an assist, right? That is huge. It's massive. This is all just really good coding. I like this a lot. It makes it like, so pretty much if you help damage someone, make them DCP, spot them, or anything in that regard, you're gonna get assisted in destruction ribbon, and that's amazing, and that makes me very happy. Multiple players can receive this ribbon for the same ship if they're contributing to meet the requirements. So it's not just one person gets it, it's multiple people. So it's like a team effort. It's not like, oh, only one person gets the assist, multiple people do. And that's huge. And it makes it where everyone feels like they contributed in the kill and they all get rewarded for it. It feels more than just getting the damage, right? You get the actual assist and you get the base XP from that. So very massive, very happy for that. Overall, great dev block so far, except for the missiles. I'm kind of concerned on that one, but everything else is going great so far. Now, this is the new Salvage for Victory event for the 52. I'm just going to call it the 52 because I absolutely butchered the name, and I'm sorry. I'm not even going to say it because I butcher it so bad, and I have a speech disorder, so my bad. I'm not even going to say it. In update 14.10, which is in November, we'll be honoring Poland's National Independence Day and Polish Navy Day with special activities. Let's go. Highlights in the Salvage for Victory event in the arm rank. You can exchange resources, including steel, research points, and a limited number of premium days Elite Commander XP to obtain the new Epic 52. You can also obtain the rare 44, along with the aura farming permanent camouflages for all 3 of the instances. And if you guys don't know this meme, this is a hilarious meme that is actually in game. By the way, this is the first human in game, by the way. This is in game. So we've never had like an actual model of a human in game. So now you have an aura farmer farming on all of your on all of them. So on the original one, the 44, and then the 52, which is absolutely hilarious. And the fact that they put this as a meme in the game is hilarious, and it means the devs are definitely cooking, because if they're making this, just imagine what other memes they're going to be doing. So super happy they did this. It's just a funny meme. I'm definitely going to be having fun memeing with this thing whenever I do my meme shorts and such. So this is going to be pretty hilarious. So this will be going in November, so 14.10, right? They also did a new camo as well. This is a new camo for all the versions, the Orkin or the Grom. Yep. So they say right here, the animated naval officer will appear in port and briefly at the start of a battle. So it says right here about the animated naval officer. You can earn these camos as well. Also, there is a new code. Make sure you guys use this code as soon as possible. I will post this in the description of my video as well, so you guys can do the code there. It is for 1 signal container as well as 40 progression points for the 14.9 event pass. So make sure you guys take note of that and use this code in the description. I'll have it there so you guys can redeem that for yourselves. Here's also some additional content. This is for the Pelican clan battles that's going on. A new commander with an individual voiceover. They have 3 new ship models for the Smolensk Petrozitan, the Ovasin Petropolsk, the Wasian. As you can see here, this is the Zitan, this is the Petrovsk, and then this is the Ovasin. So I'm guessing this is for a new mode potentially. Maybe for Halloween. Maybe we'll have to see. They also, in the very bottom, they talk about the Surkov. Surkov will receive a spotting aircraft consumable, a new animation showing its launch from the water surface, as she does not have a catapult or a flight deck. I'm very interested to see that the Surkov in testing is getting, the Surkov is getting a spotting plane consumable. I don't think it needed that, so we'll have to see. Very, very surprised to see that at the very end of here. I'm very surprised to see that, but overall, there is a lot that has been discussed in this video, and I'd love for you guys to write in the comments what you like, what you're not liking. A lot of people are definitely going to be concerned about the missiles. I'm concerned about the missiles, because if they're testing it in PvE, it could potentially be in PvP. And if they add missiles to PvP, I don't know how to feel about that. We'll just have to see how it goes on how the mode is. But overall, the PvE mode that they're going to be in is a really fun mode. They talked about this before, but they didn't really go into detail on the mode. The Shatter Time and the Rift Watch are going to be a lot of fun. You can get rewards while playing in the event. Super excited. So when you play this event, you can only use the event ships. You can't use anything else other than that. But I'm super excited to see how this all goes. A lot of information was discussed. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. Overall, I'm excited about the Temporal Rift itself. The missile testing, not as much. Black Friday event, definitely cooking with some of these camos. That's all I'm gonna say. Definitely cooking. Whenever it gets closer to these actually being out, whenever I can actually see the prices and everything itself, I'll do videos talking about what I think is worth, what isn't worth, because as of right now, I can't really say what's worth it or not until then, because I have no idea what the prices are. So whenever that patch comes out in 14.10, which will be in November, I will be talking about which one I think are worth it or not. Because every patch I do 2 videos. I do videos on the event of the pass, what's worth it in the past, what's not. Then I talk about the overall patch and what new ships were added, which ones weren't. Which ships were added, and then what is worth it from those ships and which ones aren't. So overall, super excited for all this. Can't wait for it. But yep, if you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. But yep, this is Overlord Bo. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Oh, also, I am now now that I'm a CC again for World of Warships, starting in next month. If you subscribe to my YouTube, like the WoW's Commander one, the 99-cent one, you'll get a mission for a super container where you have to play 10 battles, and per month you'll get 1 mission for that. We have to play 10 battles and you get a super container. So you support me while getting a super container for 99 cents. So that'll be starting in October. So if you subscribe before then, you will get that activated for October. So make sure you guys do that, and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.